Good morning, everyone. It is about 5 a.m. I think I've been up since about 3 a.m. And I just went to the bathroom to try to take my shower. Boys and girls, do y'all know what it is to wake up and just start living your best life? Trying to, anyway. I went in the bathroom to possibly take my shower, but it was cold, boys and girls. I don't know how y'all be taking cold showers. I know it's supposed to be refreshing and life changing. Hell no. Have it. Mm. Oh, yes. This coffee's good. Mm. I couldn't drink coffee for a while, boys and girls. My stomach was bad. I woke up this morning. Woo! God is good. Mm. Mm. I love coffee. Golly. I was I was reading the group, and this person is, so upset about the air in their home because of the gas and everything. Said the gas was lethal. Stop lying. You know that stuff is toxic. Toxic and lethal is like here. But boys and girls, all this window here is open. I don't care what the temperature is out there. There's always going to be a window open in this house. I need fresh air to flow through here. But it is such a freaking blessing not to have to be changing my underwear every few hours because the bad air is in here. You know what I'm saying? And then one lady was like, "Does anybody smell themselves?" And someone else said, "No, you're a liar. If you have IBS and you can't smell yourself, baby, fix your nose and stay away from other people because that shit is toxic." But I just took a picture of my enzymes bottle and put it on the site, and I said, if you know anyone with IBS, this is a kindness gift. So there goes that. But guess what I'm doing this morning, boys and girls? I printed, I think, 20 copies, and the printer is still printing. And I made my little flyer, and this one is different. The one for my listings, the card is this way, and this is turned up this way, and then my little sentiment or whatever is here, or something is blank right here. So this one here is for my bracelets that I'm going to give away, and I put my cash app there, and I put kindness gifts, donations help me keep giving, and I put my cash app there. And one of the reasons that helped me decide to do this is someone on YouTube sent me Amazon cards, and I put them on my Amazon, and I completely forgot they were on Amazon. And then when I went to order myself some copies of my books, now this is why I say life is just amazing. I was so not feeling too good because I worked so hard to get my book finished, and I'm not the greatest writer or anything like that, so it's not like I'm one of those people, but I wanted a physical copy of my book. I just wanted it in my home. You already see I have a couple of them already, and I didn't have a way to get it, so I had to wait a while. And then I said, okay, let me try when I got a little something in my account to pay for the shipping and handling. But then when I checked my account, I had a gift card there that I completely forgot about. So I ended up getting 12 copies of my book. And not I got 12 author copies of my book. So that if someone purchased a book from me in person, just say I want to sit in a corner and sell my books, whatever the case may be, I could. So those little things make life so much livable for people in situations where they don't just have disposable, you know what I'm saying? So I was thankful. And this morning I remember one time I was recording a video, and I was pulling out a parking lot, and a lady stopped me and asked me, what do I sell and stuff like that. And I got out and I went to the trunk and I got out a greeting card, and she said, I'll pay you for it. And I said, no, it's okay, you can take it. And I gave it to her. But then someone commented who saw my video and said, Shay, you need to take something for your stuff. So I thought about it. Now today I am so freaking blessed. I just woke up very happy, and I have a lot to be happy for. Just waking up, having a roof over my head, a meal in my stomach, it is what it is. So I said I'm gonna try to make 50 bracelets today, and all 50 bracelets are going to be kindness gifts. So I'm going to, and this is going to be this going to be in a little sleeve, whatever, and I'm going to try now. This is going to be a test for my community because where I live, just about everybody knows what I do. And I kid you not, my I wouldn't even say she's my best friend because she's like my sister, but unfortunately she's younger than me and she acts like my mother, so there goes that. But she lives downstairs me, and I'm going to be putting a bracelet at her door, and she better not send me anything in my cash app. But little things like having a connection with someone where you live, like she and we're both givers, you understand, but we don't want to be in a situation where you just give away everything because resources cost us some way, somehow. So I'm also going to see if she need or would like some bracelets to put into some of her care packages. When I say this woman is a prize for her family, she is, because she shows up. So, that's one of the things. But I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to walk around different levels of my building and leave a bracelet on a radiator. Different times of day, different days of the week. I'm going to put, maybe one or two in front of someone's door and stuff like that. When you have a community of people that don't show up for you, it gives you something to look at for when you do make it, because those are the people that you don't have to show up for them. And when I say that, I mean, sometimes you hear people say, when you make it, don't forget where you came from. If you can walk in and out of your building for years, and I've been in this building for umpteen years, and my friend was in this building when this building opened up. If you can walk in your building and people know that you grind and that you work and whatever, and they never bestow kindness to you, never want to come see what you have, never want to see how they can put bread on your table, you don't have to put bread on their table. You don't have to. If you choose to, you choose to. Now, me, I want to see what I want to see for where I live, because anything I do, if I ever make it, I would love to be that person to come back to support where I live. But where I live does not support me. And right now, I'm basically scraping. But I'm not going to lie to y'all, boys and girls. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. I checked my account and I have $33 in my bank account on the 18th of the month. That never happens. Never happens. So I do know that belongs to someone. They just haven't taken it out yet. So I don't play with people's money. I'm leaving it right there. And it will not be in my account by the end of the month. I am almost positive. But most likely everything that I owe, that I know by memory, I knock it off as soon as my SSI check hits my account. I don't even want to be in a position of waiting till the 23rd for something that I can hit off on the 29th or the 1st. So I'm just not that bill payer. I want to knock it off. But I recently found that I owe $560 in tickets for my car that other people did. So I'm working really hard to put together whatever I can to just knock off one ticket at a time. And the lowest ticket is $95. And it doesn't matter if I have the $95 now or not. I have to find it, because I cannot park on any street and walk away from my car. I can't do it. So it is what it is. And then another thing happened to me. I'm having a hot flash, boys and girls, and it is horrible. Head is wet and everything. But another thing happened to me a couple days ago. I realized that someone that I had blocked, because I got tired of being nice, put it that way. But I noticed a person was coming here, but they were only coming here to have somewhere to go in the meantime of waiting for another client to call them. And while they were coming here, they had no shame in going in my little freezer to take out my little beer. And knowing that I scrape for everything I have, but he doesn't have to, I had to nip that in the bud. So I didn't want to go back and forth, over the fact that I was being taken advantage of. When he walked out the door, I just blocked him, and that's it. The blessing is He knows me well enough not to ring my doorbell because he obviously knows I don't want to deal with him anymore. And on a friendship level, I have no remorse, no hate or anything like that. It's just that you can't come here and just abuse my kindness. So it is what it is. And I am absolutely at a stage right now where I am nipping that abuse in the bud, and I'm not going to have any conversations, but I'm having a freaking hot flash. Boys and girls, I am hot. Oh, freak. Ooh. And my window is open. Dang. Whew. Good Lord. Mm. This is why I need that hot water on me. Ooh. Ooh, boys and girls. Good Lord. I wish I could take my shirt off sometimes. I just get worried about this alarm in here. Damn. Ugh. Whew. Lord have mercy. Everything is moist. Oh. Whew. Good Lord, everything is moist. And then this shirt feel all ugh. Boys and girls. You know what? I was in here a couple days ago and I took off my shirt and everything, was walking around. But we have this dangerous, loud fire thing, and I just can't, I'm not comfortable walking around like that. You won't even catch me walking around without a bra. But that is because I was born that way. I was born that way. I'm just, my mother's West Indian, whether you hear an accent or not, even though if you get a catch in the house and you touch a certain thing, you hear it. But we don't grow like that. Just walk around. So I have a bra on for the moment I come out of the shower. You just don't know where you may be, what may happen, who pop up at your door. You just need to be ready for everything. But I wish sometimes I could just walk outside with nothing on. That's how these flashes are. But I'm having such a good day, like I said. Looking forward to just doing whatever I have to do. Coral made me think of something this morning because she keeps on saying, you can't just give away your stuff. You can't just give away your stuff. And then I'm sitting here now and I'm like, I want to make some greeting cards. That's all I want to do. I just want to make some greeting cards. But I have so many greeting cards, and then I got so stressed out I threw away so many greeting cards. But then I said, you know what? I don't have anywhere to make greeting cards at. But I kid you not, boys and girls, I have this piece of lumber right there that I purchased from Home Depot to put under my bed. And then I have these right here that's just sitting here doing nothing. So I have someone coming possibly Tuesday to take something that's right here. And then when that comes down, I'm going to put these right there, which is going to make me a little shelf right there. And then I'm going to use one of my samples to get me a chair, put it there, and I'm going to make myself a small little place to put some of my greeting card supplies and then make little greeting cards. But all of my cards are going to have a kindness slip, and I'm going to hand them to my community. If whatever the case may be, if it gets to the point where I'm not generating enough to at least keep my supplies going, then I know my community is not where I need to be working on. Then I will just start driving to maybe another community and just, if I'm in a supermarket or, say the Salvation Army, just hand out my stuff and see what happens. But I'm going to start with my community because I don't ever want to make it, and I know I'm going to make it, boys and girls. You don't have to worry about that. I'm going to make it. I know I'm going to make it. It's written in the stars. I don't want to ever make it and then read somebody text, she left here and she forgot about us. No, baby, you never cared about me. You never cared about me. And that's it. And I don't know how come I'm the way I am, but if a person can't feed you, there's a level of something that I cannot explain. But if a person cannot feed you, does not believe that you are worthy of a meal, that's why it bothers me every single day. I end up crying, and I hope and pray that I don't cry today reading on Facebook. But last night I read about 3 or 4 posts with parents that don't have anything for Christmas and all this other stuff. Now, I'm going to keep it 100 and real funky because y'all know how I get down. I don't give a damn who you are. You have something to give for Christmas because Christmas comes 12 months in a year and everybody has something. You walk in a store, you buy paper towel, you buy toilet paper, you buy laundry detergent. You have a gift. You just buy an extra one, put it down in a closet. My friend downstairs drives me crazy sometimes because, matter of fact, her gift is right here on my dresser. But if I would have went to her house and said, "Can you put this?" No, she's not taking it in her closet. You know what? I gotta hold it in mind. You wanna know why? Because her closet is for her gifts. That girl is my grinder. You understand me? We don't sit around and wait and say, "Okay, we don't have." We use the opportunity that we have to make what we have to make. There are people that look forward to a gift, even if it's not the gift that they actually wanted, something to open to say you were thought about. It matters. And this morning, matter of fact, I saw on Facebook where someone, they did an exchange or whatever the case may be, and the person got $7 in an envelope. Now, I kind of think it might be some type of scam or some type of thing to generate a conversation like rage bait, because rage bait is what's going to pay you on Facebook, whether anybody knows it or not. Rage bait. So the person was like, "I don't know if I should contact." No, you shouldn't. And you know why I say that? And you can disagree, and we still gonna grind. If I if someone if I wanted to put together something and I didn't have anything, I would send someone $3. If you did not find $3 worthy of your time to open up and you didn't find a blessing in that, that's your problem. Because you may have to pay your rent and be $3 short. So if you don't see the value in $3, I'm sorry. Your best bet to me would be to say, you could have saved that $3. You didn't have to send it to me. And then I would be in kind to say, "Well, could you send it back? I will mail you a stamp." How about that? I don't know how many times a person needs to understand a bill is not paid until it says 0.00 due. So $3 of someone's hard-earned money is a fucking blessing. And if you don't see it, you are the problem. Amen. You are the problem. Now, let's get it going, honey. I came up yesterday. I took my mother somewhere, and she left $6 in my car. I didn't see her leave the $6 in my car. I saw her finagling down in my car. And now my mother comes from the era of you don't touch things that don't belong to you. And that's just the bottom line. So I got a little, my head went down or whatever, but I had to pick up my head because I like to look around and focus on what's around me while I'm behind the wheel. So then later on, I see the $6. So you know what I did? I said, my mother blessed me, so I'm going to bless somebody else. So on my kitchen counter, I have $3, and it's going in an envelope, and I'm going to mail it to someone. Whether or not they need it is none of my business. What is my business is paying it forward. It's paying it forward. But I'm going to tell y'all something that I am truly, 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 truly trying to do. Someone did something by accident or whatever the case may be, and it was a blessing for me. And I know the blessing from them is knowing that I don't have any what do you call that when you have abundance of something to just hand someone? So I am going to knock off. I got a loan for like 1,300 or 1,400 I have to pay, but I'm going to I'm gonna put a little can together, and I'm going to start putting my change together to see what I could give this person, because this person is the type of person that would never stress me for $1 because they know what that does to my mental health. But I want to put a can together. I'm not going to count anything. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to keep putting in. And then when it gets to a certain type of weight, I'm going to go look for one of those machines that you could drop it in. And then I'm going to take it out and put it in bills. But this person is spoiled, honey. They like new bills from the bank because they saved them. They like new bills from the bank. So I want to be able to put it in the same format that they would put it in if they had loaned it to me in cash. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing. But I was telling my mother, what happened, and the situation actually happened with my car. And I told my mother, and she said, "Are you sick? Are you sick?" I said, "Yes." And my mother absolutely is fond of this person. There's times when she said, "Well, can you ask if this is?" And I'm like, "Okay, I will ask, but she's not your mother. She's my mother." And I'm just so happy to be connected to a person like me. But I have been in this building for as long as I have been in this building. And the other day, I ended up with some turkeys. So a neighbor, I went to a neighbor's house and I said, "Could you come to my house?" And she came to my house and I said, "Could you use a turkey?" And she was like, and then she told me about a whole entire Thanksgiving dinner that went completely to waste because no one came over to eat. So I told her, what I was here Thanksgiving or whatever the case may be, and I gave her a turkey. Boy, did she cook me a good old meal and set it over here. And I laid right up in this bed and so there goes that. And I told her, I said, if you need another turkey to cook, I have a turkey. So when she said to me one day, she said, "I am so, so sorry." And I said, "What are you sorry for?" Now, I might have had a feeling of something way back when and just disregarded it because I'm not that type of person. But she said, "I've never knocked on your door and asked you if you need a meal. And I am so, so sorry." But there have been times that I just got so unwell. I couldn't eat this, couldn't eat this. And I'm talking from the moment I swallowed it. And in order to help me, I had to get it out of here. So when I say an abundance of food has gone to this person, I never looked for anything. There was times she came here with money, can I? Nope, because you didn't ask me for it. No, you didn't beg me nothing. So I just give it to her. So anyway, that day, it was a blessing. And then she said, "Is there anything I could do for you?" And I said, "Yes. If you ever fry chicken, if you could give me some, I would be appreciative because I happen to smell your fried chicken down the hall, and sometimes I want to knock on your door and ask for some." So you know what I'm saying. But it is just beautiful to have those type of connections with people. Mm. Now, Beverly, I'm going to tell you something. I'm spoiled, and I'm not spoiled by birth. I'm spoiled by you. Every morning now I wake up looking for your welcome to my day, and I am so thankful to have it. I think it's Zuma something. Every day now I look forward to seeing your mask, something like that on your profile. So I believe I'm getting addicted to YouTube. I believe because I'm looking forward to these things. This morning, I woke up, and when I was walking around here trying to figure out what I was going to do, because I need to be busy, boys and girls. I'm not idle. I can't do the idle. And then I thought about Coral. Coral would take onions and stand at the counter and chop, chop, chop. I can't do that because of my health. I can't eat onions anymore. I do put onion powder in my food, and thank God I'm not having any residual health issues. But to actually open up an onion, I can't do that anymore. That will. It will just destroy the air in my room. So this morning I thought about Coral. So I said, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to just put some potatoes in the sink, wash the potatoes, chop the potatoes. I don't know what I'm going to make, but I believe I'm gonna have potatoes in it because that's what she would do. So when I read a comment from Cora this morning saying how she remembers when I didn't know how to put things together and make a meal. It is a blessing when I read stuff like that because there was a time that I couldn't get my seasoning right. I couldn't get my seasoning right, and I would cook my food and throw it in the garbage. Absolutely throw it in garbage because anyone who knows me, I'm not eating anything that I can't consume. I don't have it in me to do that. But when I eat my food and my food is good, oh, boys and girls, I'm so happy. But one of the things that made me absolutely, absolutely happy is when Kevin was here eating because there was a time I couldn't eat I couldn't cook well enough to offer someone a meal. And every freaking thing that man ate, this is good. You might have even heard him a few times in my YouTube video. This is good. And then he would be like, you got something, you could pack me up in it. And that was a blessing for me. I'm the type of woman, you don't have to say to me, cook whatever. I'm cooking for my man. You know what I'm saying? So it was a welcoming addition to my life to have someone that just adored sitting down eating my food. And it just so happens that there were two Kevins in my life at one point in time. And y'all may know who I'm talking about. And I woke up this morning and the first thing I said I was going to do is go visit Kevin today. But with that weather out there like that, I don't know if y'all can hear that storm that's going on out there, but I don't drive in that weather. And another thing, I hope and pray nothing bad happens, but I think today I need to unplug my phone. I think today needs to be a shade day. So I may have to unplug my phone, and hopefully everyone understands that sometimes you have to just, do what you have to do. So, like I said, I'm going to sit here, chop up these things. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. This is junk. I put together a wall unit, and I was so tired, so exhausted. I couldn't put the panel on the back and all the other stuff, and I threw it in the garbage. The whole back to the wall unit in the garbage. Now, this is one, but I actually have two. So I picked this up, and I said, I had this by the door to throw it out in the garbage. And then a few minutes ago, I needed something to sit on my bed with. So now I have this piece of board, and it's on my lap. And I have my cards on my lap. And I have my cutting board right here. But, boys and girls, I kid you not, I'm not printing enough to get the refund from Staples to save up to get me another cutting thing. But I had this for so long, and this is not cutting straight anymore. I don't know if it's this that's wobbled or whatever the case may be, but if you look at it, it's really tight. It's everything. I don't know how to sharpen inside of there, whatever the case may be, but I'm still thankful that I have it. But there's one at Staples that I want so bad. But, honey, did anybody know that Michael's is a hop, skip, and a jump away from me? And I was over by Michael's, and I wanted to go in, and I couldn't go in because I didn't even have $1. You don't want to go into a store and don't have even $5 just to say if you see something. I don't like to window shop, but I want to go to Michael's so bad. And I'm sitting here like, and then someone called me a few weeks ago and said, did you know that Michael's is open? I'm like, yeah. I still can't, so it is what it is. But yesterday, someone asked me what I wanted for Christmas. And I said, I have bills to pay. So I don't care what it is. I just want money. That's it. I don't want anything to open. I don't want anything to put down on my dresser. Nothing. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I went into my kitchen a couple days ago, and I was looking at my spices. And I said, Coral sent me a blessing. Because anyone knows me, I love garlic and parsley. And every single day since she sent me that little bottle of garlic and parsley, I have been having a freaking ball. I made some chicken a couple days ago, and I put a whole lot of garlic and parsley in that chicken, and that chicken was good. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I love fried chicken, so I could eat fried chicken every day. But one of the blessings with fried chicken is that if you season it different and you give yourself a chance to have it in different tastes and flavors, it is a welcome every time you have it. Now, I have a container of Knorr seasoning, and the big container, I don't know where I purchased it from, but I either can't find it now or I couldn't afford it now, one or the other. But I found the little one a couple days ago, and I kid you not, I have not opened up the little one yet. I haven't opened up the little one yet because by the time I open it and season up a few of my fried chickens, it's going to be gone. But in my original container, I'm really down to here. Now, I'm not down to here where I have the round part, and there I am down to here. So A few days ago, I made myself some fried chicken. I didn't make it on a video, and I used only the Knorr seasoning, but I did a healthy amount of Knorr seasoning to get me where I needed to go. Honey, that was some good chicken. So, if you don't know what Knorr is, you need to put it into your kitchen. But I'm going to try my best to pick up little spices here and there. So the next time someone asks me what I want for Christmas, I'm going to tell them some spices for my kitchen. Some spices for my kitchen because I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. So there goes that. I don't believe I'm cooking anything on video today. I don't believe I'm crafting on video today. I want to do a Facebook Live, of course, but I have to say something. Yesterday I did a Facebook Live and I said I wanted to put my Cash App and my Zelle so that I could get donations towards my supplies and giving out and my gas, whatever the case may be. And I saw there was a few people that needed gifts, whatever. And I messaged each person and told them to search me or whatever, to send me an address for a girl because I have nothing for a boy. And I'll put something in the mailbox. I said it's not going to be anything big because my mailbox is, and I have to slip it through there. And I don't want to go to the post office. So yesterday I got 5 views on that video. But you want to know why I got 5 views on that video? Because on that video at the very top was my Cash App. And that's how people show up for their community. Now, there's another listing where someone is giving away whatever it is they're giving away. I don't need to go into that. And that thing has thousands and thousands and thousands of comments. But what people fail to realize is that you can give and you can give and you can give, but these things are not being stolen that I'm giving. So something has to come in the door for me to be able to go to put it out the door. So when I saw that, I said, now these are people in my community. So it didn't make me angry. It did not make me angry. And one thing that I have learned, and Tina has helped me tremendously with this, I cannot allow anything to stress me out. That's why I don't mingle money with anyone, because money will cost you not only one thing, a friendship. It will cause you a lot of connections that might have been good for you, might have been bad, but I don't play with money. So I said this morning when I do this here and I put this out, I'm going to put some by my mailbox, but I'm going to put it by my mailbox somewhere around 12 in the afternoon, because some people pick up kids off the school bus and stuff like that. But I want to see, this is a test for me and my community to see what they are willing to do, because the type of mentality of people that live in my community, and I have no issue saying it because I'm not lying or anyone, the type of community, people that live here are the type, oh, I'm taking it, fuck that bitch. And this is how they think, because that word is so, they come out of their mouth because they don't have too much value for themselves. But I want everyone to know that everything has a consequence. And me, I'm going to be blessed. I have nothing but blessings. And if you already know what blessing had happened to me last month, and honey, I can promise you, I'm looking forward to January. Matter of fact, my friend downstairs, I'm going to have to call up. I'm going to have to call her and tell her that she has to come upstairs so we can sit down and talk. I'm going to let her know my situation, and maybe I can bless her in some kind of way. You understand? Because when it's a hustle and grind, it's a hustle and grind. And she always looks out for me, so I always look out for her. I don't know if I will ever make it, but if I ever make it, she'll never have to wonder. If she would never have to wonder about anything. Where she would nothing, because when I had nothing, she was there for me. And I can promise you, if you don't care how a person eats, then there's a level of inside of you. So I'm going to put my Cash App in this video and every video that I do. Why? Because I earn absolutely nothing. And anything that can help me bestow kindness to other people, I'm going to do it. Whether they show up for me or not, it matters not. My YouTube channel is always where I'm going to give, because whoever watches me brings me into their home is helping me eat. So it doesn't matter one way or the other. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I want you to know, stay prayed up. Whether you believe or not, let yourself pray for someone else. Have a beautiful day.